For me, the most important and most fundamental thing is that the crisis that we call climate change is fundamentally a crisis of culture. I grew up in a farming community in southern Alberta. Rockies were my western horizon, prairies to the east. It was a beautiful, beautiful place, and I just thought the world was always beautiful and clean. Of course, that was a childhood memory, but I remember going to Connecticut to go to graduate school and encountering Gary, Indiana, and I had never seen pollution like that before. And it completely shocked me because it put in view how we can do so much damage to our water systems, to our air, to the residents that I saw trying to fish in waters that were orange and blue and purple and full of toxic fumes. And so I saw all this and I said, how can we create a world that does that much damage? And so that really awakened in me a sense that you can't take the beauty or the fertility of this world for granted. I think one of the reasons so many people feel a sense of despondency and despair right now is that they look in this world and see that there is so much abuse and even abandonment of our communities and its creatures. And I think if we're going to make a way forward, one of the things that we're going to have to do is figure out how we build environments, infrastructures, parks, housing, schools, healthcare facilities, all of which need to communicate that we cherish these places, that we cherish these creatures, because a world in which that cherishing becomes economic and architectural is also a world that people will find so much more affirming and so much more inspiring. When we were teaching the university course, one of the things that got students really excited was this idea of imagining impossible futures. Sometimes people believe that where we now are is inevitable and has to be. And I think it's a tremendously liberating moment when students discover that we can actually take charge of a future so that it doesn't have to continue the processes, the policies that we currently see. Because the future depends upon a healthy world, a clean world, a world in which there's justice and equity. Because the world that we have right now has a lot of problems, and we don't need to spend a lot of time talking about them. We just have to figure out how we help people imagine something better.